Would you believe with a rack like this, there are still some people who can't tell if I'm a boy or a girl? Children ask outright while adults fumble to find the right pronoun as I walk into the ladies' room. Perfect example, Ponderosa, 1999. Standing on opposite sides of a buffet table, an older gentleman and I reach for the roasted chicken at the exact same time, bumping hands.
Oh, excuse me, sir, ma'am, sir.
Never correcting him, I walk back to my table, leaving him dazed and confused, wondering if the roasted chicken really is roasted chicken, duck, sir, ma'am, sir, begawk, quack, ah! Even before I am born, my gender is a subject of speculation. Sometimes I think it began as a battle of wills between Mother Nature and my mother. I've never been able to decide who was stronger. You see, at some point after my sister turned 2, my mother decided that her firstborn daughter needed to have another little girl to play with. So rather than go to the park or organize a play date, my mother, in her own mad scientist way, declared, "I'll make one." From early on in the pregnancy, however, her obstetrician is quite certain that she's going to be having a little boy. "Oh, no, no, no," my mother insists. "I'm having a girl, baby." Regardless of her doctor's certainty, her commitment to making a girl holds steady until the actual delivery. As the doctor removes me from the tiny laboratory, also known as my mother's womb, he triumphantly declares, "Well, say hello to your little football princess." And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how my life begins. Football princess seems like a fitting moniker, except for the lace dresses, which I literally tear off my body. Who am I kidding? I don't want to be a princess. I want to be a mechanic. At 3 years old, I show up at our house one afternoon with a very heavy Craftsman toolbox made of steel, something a mechanic might own. "Julie, where did you get the toolbox?" "Julie, whose house did you get the toolbox from?" Still unable to speak, I stare up at my mother in complete silence, but what I'm really thinking is, shouldn't I have always had this toolbox with me? Isn't it really, in fact, mine? Aren't these my wrenches and pliers and screwdrivers? Aren't I the true craftsman here? Surely! This is what I was thinking as I wandered into Mr. Stevenson's garage and first laid eyes on this priceless treasure. Forget about G.I. Joe. It's time to put away childish things. Now this is my speed. I mean, it seems like the logical next step in my career. After all, I already host my own home improvement show in my bedroom late nights after everyone has already gone to sleep. To a captive audience of 2 teddy bears and a Stretch Armstrong, I profess, now this is honestly the best product that you can buy to protect your home from the harsh New England winter. I have a tub of Cool Whip. You don't want to skip, though. You put in a nice coat and wipe it on evenly and then just sit back and let it set. It's just that easy. The show is a rousing success. By the following morning, the Cool Whip forms a thick shellac over the front of my dresser where it remains mostly intact years later. To the family, it's a reminder of my foolishness, but to me, it's foreshadowing of my brilliance. At 6, I'm across the street with my brother hanging out at Stephen Orland's house. The 3 of us are going head-to-head, racing Matchbox cars down the driveway at top speed. I imagine myself as A.J. Foyt, the real driver of the remote-controlled car I got that Christmas. Foyt comes around the 10, he passes Unsa, he passes Petty, that's it, he wins the Indy 500 again for the second year in a row! My 2 best friends, Allison Bright and Kristen Pierce, are riding their bikes around the block, but they never stop in to get in on the action. About an hour or so later, I am proudly walking back across the street when they ambush me. We need to talk to you. Shit. They sit me down at the picnic table, the 2 of them on one side, me on the other. This is not going to be good.
What were you doing over there? Playing with cars? If you want to hang out with us, you need to stop acting like a boy.
Funny. Allison didn't seem to mind when I was acting like a boy when we were making out at the sleepover last summer. But still, I don't want to get made fun of, so note to self, put playing with Hot Wheels on the list of stealth activities. From that moment on, I began to quietly insert my boy into more socially acceptable activities like Halloween. 1 year as a SWAT team member, and in 3rd grade as a hobo with a fabulous 5 o'clock shadow. I develop a rich fantasy life in which all of my sister's friends have crushes on me, and I spend a lot of time looking in the mirror with this Hollywood hunk look that I perfected. From behind the locked door of the bathroom, I mouth to myself for hours on end,
Hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going?
no one must ever know. This does not leave this room, Northampton, okay? You know, while other girls long to fill in their training bras, I wait patiently for my mustache to come in. 1988, a year of many significant cultural milestones in American history, Milli Vanilli released their first album. Ronald Reagan endorses George Bush for President of the United States. Prozac is introduced as an antidepressant, probably as a result of the former statement. And yours truly gets her first job working at McDonald's. Yes! Working at McDonald's is seriously cool for a 14-year-old growing up in Stowe, Ohio. This is long before Super Size Me. Nobody has any idea how hamburger is really made or the amount of calories in a large Coke. This is an age of prosperity. I get to make money, hang out with my friends, and get first dibs on new menu items like the Southwestern McStyle McBurrito. Most importantly, I get to work the drive-thru. This is where I begin my lifelong love affair with the microphone. Welcome to McDonald's, can I take you on, please? Would you like to hear about our special double quarter pounder with cheese? No, I would actually like, we got apple pies and fries, buns with sesame seeds. You can have anything you like, how about a McDLT? I really just wanted to order, at McDonald's, welcome to McDonald's! Never mind. I gave Burger King quite a bit of business that year. But everywhere I turn, the rewards are abounding, and I realized it was totally worth spending all those hours learning the ins and outs of how to package fries correctly and combine the exact ratio of water to sanitizer in a mop bucket. It's after this long orientation that I am awarded my uniform. That uniform. I tell you, a pair of milk chocolate colored slacks and a short sleeve white blouse with green pinstripes, the collar of which is fastened by a hunter green bow tie a la Colonel Sanders, topped off by a matching hunter green visor. Surely something I would never be caught dead wearing, but oh my God, I look fucking great! Hey, you deserve a break today, huh? Can I take your order? Would you like fries with that shake? Shake it, don't break it. Took your mama 9 months to make it, say woo! For the first time in my life, I notice my body, and I am damn impressed with what I see. The uniform is tailored to fit, and it happens to fit me perfectly. I notice how slender my legs are, the just right size of my breasts, my fit and trim torso, and broad shoulders. Damn, I look good. I have a hot girl body. This comes as a complete shock to me because I spend all of my free time pretending to be a stocky, blonde-haired doctor on General Hospital. I'm the man who saves the day. I'm the man all the ladies get sick over. Who knew that under all this man was all this woman? I fall asleep in the uniform that night with a smile on my face, grateful for the body that God gave me. It is something my mother taught me early on. Be thankful for a strong and healthy body. Be thankful that you have 10 fingers and 10 toes and can run and laugh and play. And I am grateful. Though there were some times along the way that I thought, maybe it would have just been easier to have been born a boy. I realize now that there are so many benefits of being exactly who I am. It's okay for me to be sensitive and express my feelings openly without being called a fag. I don't have to worry about male pattern baldness or how big my vagina is. You know? My boy has finally met my girl, and they love each other. I've stopped seeing myself as one or the other. I'm just Julie, and ba-da-da-da-da, I'm loving it. Hey.